Well, my day-to-day role has changed quite considerably, and in fact, I kind of regret the way that my career was staged. I've been four things: a musician, I've been a music publisher, I've been the head of a major record label, and for the last 10 years I've been a manager. So really it's in 3 trimesters is the way my career has gone. I wish that this trimester had been the first one. I wish I'd started off as a manager. And I wish I'd moved on to being the record label boss. And I wish that the last trimester of my career was as a music publisher, because I love music publishing. It was easy and the money flowed in. It was comfortable. But in fact, it went exactly the opposite way around. You know, as a manager, I've really learnt a lot, and I would have made a much better managing director had I gone through this experience first. And I was a pretty good managing director, but I would have been a better one had I gone through this experience, because you really get to understand the whole full circular aspect of an artist's career. When you're a publisher or when you're running a record label, you're only seeing a little wedge on the circle, as it were. So you're only seeing a little bit, and you feel as the managing director of a major record label that you are the world of music. You know, you think that the music world revolves around you. But in reality, a really good music artist with a plural skills can make more money and have more fun doing other stuff than releasing records. Releasing records is really important, but there's so much more going on in the world of recording artists. I managed Paul Oakenfold for many years, and I don't manage him anymore, but with Paul, we scored movies, we made records as an artist, we produced records for other people, he put compilations out, he remixed other people, he wrote a book, he just did stuff, you know, and it was great fun to be a part of that and learn that in fact the income that he made from being a recording artist, even though we had big hits UK and America, paled into insignificance compared with the amount of money that he could earn from DJing and performing live.
So that being said, do you feel like artists today will have the opportunity to have a career like that, you know, to expand over time and, you know, create other revenue streams? Because the thing about the YouTube book, I've seen N-Dubz have done something similar, you know, it's like only after their second album, but the blueprint seems that everyone is trying to get it in as soon as possible.
I know what you're trying to drive at, Amaru. My feeling is that because there's so little guarantees that you'll get to your second album or you'll get to your third, you know, almost the best of is being planned on the second album, you know, and with it comes the book, the jewelry line, the bling, the this, the that, the other, you know, the perfume, trying to monetize. I hate that word, you know, with the music, but it's what people do. They try and monetize it. It's because we're in such a fast burn, fast over industry that people, you know, if they've got it for that one short, you know, fiery burned comet, then they might as well just go for it. But the problem is that people aren't being given the opportunity to get to 4 or 5 albums unless they're really extraordinarily good.
So for you, what do you see as the future now for the actual music industry, being that you know all parts?
I'm absolutely convinced that the major label system will carry on. I think it's stabilising itself, and I think that it has really got itself in much better shape than it was 10 years ago, and that's self-evident. You know, they're stabilising. But I think that there will be room for all sorts of other ways of musicians and creative people to be able to make money that go outside. So when I look at what we're doing here right now within this company, we've got our big acts like the Noisettes signed to Mercury Records. It's great. We've got young acts signed. We've just signed a girl called Jess Mills to Island Records, ironically. But then we've got, for argument's sake, Breakage, who's on the B-list at Radio 1 at the moment, featuring Jess Mills, but Breakage is on Shy FX's label that we manage out of this building. So that's a completely independent record. It's on the playlist at Radio 1. It's doing well. We're going to sell a lot of records. Everybody's really excited about it. And that's being managed out of this office, you know. So we don't necessarily look to the major label system as the be-all and end-all anymore of our problems. So when we present a plan to an artist, we tend to present 3 plans, plan A, plan B and plan C, all at the same time. And we run all 3 plans in tandem to see which one is going to be the one that sticks. And if plan A, get a major record deal and get all the money in, works, then that's fantastic. But you can't expect that anymore. It's so difficult to expect that. So therefore we have to have plan B. We try and raise money independently. With one of our acts, we have a band called Younger Brother who are fantastic. They have huge, using the internet really astutely, they've built a mailing list of over 70,000 names themselves. Most people may not have heard of them. We've just raised £30,000 via pledge. We're finding alternative ways of being able to raise the money to be able to take the record to radio, to be able to employ the pluggers, employ the press officers, make a video, record the album. You've got to have alternatives now to the major label system. Doesn't mean the major labels will go away though.